Hi everybody, welcome to Dancing Luna Tarot. This is going to be a general love reading for the sign of Taurus. This is a general reading, so it won't resonate with every Taurus out there. So take what you need and leave the rest. Let's see, we're going to ask, so this is going to be for the connection with whoever it is that you're thinking about as you sit down to watch this reading. We're going to ask about what's going on with your energy, what's going on with your person's energy, and then what's coming up in the mutual energy. This is for Taurus. The last of the 12 readings. It took a long time to get all the readings out this week. I apologize for that, guys. Life is happening. Taurus. What's going on the side of Taurus? Okay, what's going on for Taurus? Okay. What's going on for Taurus? Taurus, are you a little bit stuck about a long-term commitment right now? You might be having some fear. Let's see. King of Pentacles talks about like a long-term stable union. So if this is your energy in this connection, like it may be that's like what you're desiring here, or I don't know. It's like it's almost like you can't decide if that's what you want here. It's like this is sort of what's in front of you, and it's like you're having a hard time deciding, possibly because you've got some fears going on. But I feel like you're not just sort of like, it's not that you're stuck in the fear. This is stuck in indecisiveness. This is being unable to make a decision. So in terms of this connection, it's like you, for some reason, you're having a hard time deciding what to do here. But I think it's due to fears. But I think that you're trying to deal with these fears. Why is Two of Swords here? What is this stuck energy about? Are you trying to decide if you want to move? This is really interesting. Why is King of Pentacles here? Yeah, it's like, I don't know, if you're just having like a hard time deciding if you want to move towards this connection. So it's like you feel the love, you see the vision, it's like you can see the dream in front of you. You can, sorry, it's very noisy sometimes out here. Yeah, it's like you can see the vision, you can see the it's like you have, it's like you have your mindset on your desires. You can see what they are. It's like you know what you want it to look like, but for some reason you're stuck about how to get there. It's like you're stuck about moving. You're stuck about making a move. It's like you're just opting to sit here with a blindfold on, and it's like you're trying to decide if you want to do one thing or another thing. And I almost just get the sense, I don't know, with King of Pentacles here, if this has something to do with moving. I don't know if you're considering moving in with a person. Different people will have a different story. But I think there's some fear there, but you're navigating it. I think you're navigating it pretty well. This is about like conquering your fears. So you may just be in the process of conquering your fears when it comes to this relationship. On your person's side, I don't know if there's distance, but your person has a desire for a reconciliation here. So I don't know if there's distance, if there's separation between you. Maybe that's what you're trying to decide. If maybe this is a union, it's possible that this is a union that you were in, and you're trying to decide if you want to like come back to this, or it's possible that there's like a need to travel to see each other to make this happen. But I feel like you have been together in some capacity before, whoever it is that you're here asking about, because your person is desiring a reconciliation with you. They want to come back together with you, but it's funny because when the King of Pentacles came out, I almost never read that as a home energy. Some readers do, but I always look at him as like long-term commitment, security, stability. But it's almost as coming through of like a move is necessary to make this uh, connection happen. If there's distance between you, that makes sense, and that may be what's keeping you stuck in indecisiveness. You guys just might be like far away from each other for some reason, in some way. Yeah, there just might be distance or separation, one or the other is what the feeling is. And you cannot really, you're trying to figure out if you want to do this, if you want to do this, whether it's a move or whether it's just get in this relationship. But it's not that you don't feel love. You feel love, but your person just wants to be with you. Like, they just want to be with you. They just want to come together with you. This person wants to, if there is distance, this person definitely, travel is indicated here. It's like this person would be willing to come to you, if they could reconcile with you. That's like how much desire is there behind this reconciliation. 8 of Wands can speak to fast forward movement, messages flying back and forth, but also it can definitely speak to travel, and it can speak to air travel. And there's definitely an energy coming through in this reading. So this is probably something heavy tapping in for someone out there who's in this situation. But so yeah, air travel may be indicated here, but this person is willing to do it, or they're willing to receive you if you're the one who's doing it, if you're the one who's traveling. What this person sees in this relationship is success. This person sees success with you. They see victory with you. This person is all in. There's nothing here about this person not being all in. What kind of characteristics does your person embody? What energy is this person showing up in? I mean, I can see sort of the desire for this person, but I want to see like what's in terms of character. Are you stuck because you feel like this person might be withholding? Does this person like hold back a little bit when it comes to the truth? Might be like clouding out the victory. There's a couple things going on. You may feel like this person holds back. This person may be somewhat reserved. They may not just be a person who just spills out all their information. That might have you a little bit nervous. But this person is sort of like, this person is coming to the table very whole. Your person, they're coming to the table very whole. They're a very self-sufficient person. This is a person who knows what they're doing. They know how they're navigating. They're okay on their own. This person is okay on their own. This isn't a person who's going to sit in a 9 of Swords energy if this connection doesn't happen. But they have every desire for this to happen. You know, just because the Empress is okay being on her own doesn't mean that she has no desire for movement. You know, she's still able to desire connection, but she's also able to nurture connection. So it's like there's some aspect here to your person about that they may be a little bit reserved. They just may be. They may keep some things like close to the vest. You know, this person may need to open up more for you to feel safe to make this decision. So it kind of makes sense to me why you might be in a 2 of Swords if this person is coming across like this. But I just think, like, if you're worried that this person is sneaky or shady, I don't think that that's what this moon is here to talk about, because I think that this person, their desire is all in the right place. I feel like their heart is in the right place, but there's a feeling coming through that this person is almost afraid to be vulnerable in some way, and when it comes to like opening up and sort of telling every single thing about themselves, like, I don't know, I just feel like this person holds back, but I don't think that they do it for malicious intent. I think that it's a self-protective thing. I think that they I don't know, I just get a very heavy message that this person feels like it makes them really vulnerable when they open up and show all of themselves. So that may be what's holding back. And a way to get someone like this to open up is to open up. A way to get someone who is afraid to be vulnerable to open is to go ahead and be vulnerable with that person. Talk about your feelings, but you have to do it in a non-shaming way. If you can sort of show up for that person and talk to them from a place of like sheer vulnerability, it will give them a safe space where they can open up and be vulnerable. That's really the key when somebody has an inability to be vulnerable, is to go ahead and on your side in a very gentle way, open up and be vulnerable and talk about sort of what's going on for you and inside of you and what your fears are and what your desires are. And it can help this person to, because the moon card talks about things coming to the light. So this person has the ability to open. They have the ability to open and show you everything. But they're a little, I think there's a little fear there. Maybe not fear as much as just this person is just not used to letting people see them all the way. But underneath, this person is a very strong person. This is a strong person. This is a person who's sort of had to learn how to be able to be on their own. Empress is happy on her own. I feel like this person is okay. Like this person is okay. This person is coming to the table in a really whole energy, with the Empress showing up here. So this is really nice. Let's look what's coming up around the bend in this connection, Taurus. Man, these guys on these dirt bikes on the city streets, when they come down the street, they just go and go and go. It's so loud. I'm sorry about the noise if you can hear that. It's like a real problem in New York. They're like off-road bikes, but on like riding around on the city streets. And they're super reckless. Like they're doing wheelies and stuff. I'm sure they're having fun, but they're super loud at the same time. See? Okay, what's coming up in the mutual energy for Taurus? What's coming up in the mutual energy? I think they're just deciding right now that they're just going to ride down my street. That's what it is. They're just going to go back and forth and back and forth. Okay, what's coming up in the mutual energy for Taurus and their person? Up for Taurus and their person. Okay, nice. Why is Ten of Swords here? So, listen, I feel like, yes, exactly. So, where things may, I don't know if what's holding you back, I don't know if you've experienced some pain in this connection, or I don't know if both of you maybe have just experienced a lot of pain, but there's a closing out of a cycle of some type of pain here when it comes to this connection. So whatever aspects have been painful, there's a close out of that, and there's some love coming in to heal this. With the Queen of Cups, she can just come in and she can just pour so much love into a situation. She's just got this massive, it's like not even a cup of love, it's just like a giant, I don't even know what the name of it is, but it's just like a giant container, a big giant container of love. And she's just here to like pour that on top of whatever this sort of pain has been. And tens, by the way, Ten of Swords. This guy looks really defeated, right? He's got 10 swords in his back, but this is a closeout of this cycle. A 10 is about completion. So this is where this sort of energy gets to get put down. And what does it get put down by? Love. Love. Love is going to overcome here. Love is going to overcome whatever this instability has been. And then also you've got a Queen of Pentacles here. And so she's coming in to just like bring all the nurturing and the warmth and the abundance. I don't know if you and this person have had conflict. I don't know if there's been like conflict over this like decision to... I don't know if there's just been a lot of frustration about this decision, about you not being able to like decide what to do. I don't know if that's caused a lot of conflict, but a message, when this 5 came out, when this 5 of Swords came out, I got the very distinct message. I heard a very distinct message that said your person is tired of fighting. They're getting tired of fighting. Like they don't have energy. They don't have energy to fight for this anymore. So, I think they're wearing thin in the near future, with the indecisiveness. Okay, nice. So what we see is, I think that indecisiveness is gone. I think that indecisiveness in the near future. I think that you're gonna pull out of that. You're going to pull out of that. This knight knows where it's going. It's got like all the passion. And then what I love is clarifying this 5 of Swords is the Sun. The Sun is coming here to just put like some joy and some ease and some peace and some warmth and some victory on the top of this 5 of Swords. I feel like this has been a bone of contention between you. This sort of like trying to figure out like how this is going to work, how this is going to happen. I feel like this has been tough, but I think that this is where you get focus, the both of you, on what the plan is, what you're going to do. And this is sort of like armored up and riding in, and what's clarifying that is the Sun. This is just bringing all the warmth, this is like victory. This is, look at it, it's a baby. It's a baby on the back of a horse with this like arms open, totally free, wind blowing. Sun is shining, just basking in the sun. Sunflowers growing. There is so much warmth to the Sun card. It's the Sun, for goodness sakes. It's like the most warmth on a card you could have in the deck. And that's just coming in to sort of like in like blanket this conflict and just sort of like, you know, shine down on it and just dissolve it. Where you have had an inability to make a decision, that's changing. It's changing. You guys are going to come to the table in agreement here, because you've got the Hangman in reverse. So where this Hangman would traditionally be stuck, contemplating, trying to get a new perspective, this is coming out of that energy. The perspective has been gained. This is coming out of that. This is coming out of that contemplative time of trying to figure everything out. And what's he coming out to? What's he walking out to? An Ace of Cups, a new beginning, the most love that can be shared between two people. If we're talking about mutual energy, right? There's a lot of peace here. There's a lot of flow here. This is love flowing back and forth in this connection. And it's falling right under the Queen of Pentacles. And she comes also with so much warmth. I would say in almost all corners, you've got nothing but warmth happening in the near future in this connection. And then you've got the King of Swords. He's coming in with truth, loyalty, communication, dialogue. This is where your person pulls out of moon energy and they're able to open up. This is where there's a perfect balance here, because the king is not very emotive, right? But he is very loyal. He's very honest, and he doesn't need to hold back. He has no fear of vulnerability. So this is where that energy, and with Hanged Man reversed between these two cards, I would say you're going to just see a lot of shift. You're going to see some shift. But I think it will come through your decisiveness, right? That will be the first step, is your decisiveness. You getting clarity on what it is, like what's going to happen here. I think that it's almost sort of like the choices in your hands in a way for the movement to happen. I just feel like where you've been indecisive, where you can get clarity, it's going to shift the dynamic where your person is going to be able to open up. And then you're going to be able to share more together. There will be more vulnerability, but there will be a lot of dialoguing. There will be a lot of clarity here. A lot of clarity, a lot of truth telling. This is where you're going to be able to come together and sort of like resolve all the issues. And I love that this King of Swords is coming under this Five of Swords, because he's just here to clear all this up. This is where he's back in his strength. He's no longer tired. He's sitting on his throne, and he's very sure of himself. He's very loyal. He's very strong, and he's very focused. And so this is the sort of the embodiment of the relationship, because we're talking about mutual energy. So this is sort of where it all lines out, in this place of sort of like loyalty, truth, strength, focus. And I love that the Ace of Cups is here to warm him up, because he could use, he needs he needs something like this to come in and sort of soften his edges. He's not a mean king. The energy behind this card is not, it's not that he's mean or abrasive. It's just that sometimes he lacks a little bit of the emotional side. So this nice that this Ace of Cups is here to balance that, to bring the love aspect into this. So this is beautiful. This is very balanced. I love this. I love that this Hanged Man came out in reverse, because that's exactly what we want to see. We don't want to see him stuck like this in the outcomes. We want to see him pulling out of that energy. And so this is sort of the relationship pulling out of this stalled mode and moving into abundant love and clarity and truth and honesty, loyalty. So this is great. Okay, Taurus, that is your reading. Hopefully this resonated with you. If it did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if it didn't, you can always hop over and watch your sun, moon, and rising. You might find more resonance in your other placements. But thank you so much for coming out and receiving this reading today. I so appreciate your support. I really appreciate you showing up and watching these readings. Okay, take care, Taurus.